Whew. In any case, let's go ahead and let's learn how to interact with these contracts from the command line first. And in later courses, we'll learn how to do it from scripts. So we have our Anvil running, and we've deployed our contract using our deploy, using at least something marginally better, using private key as an environment variable, as opposed to just pasting it right in here. So what we can do now is we can take this contract address and we can actually start to interact with it. Foundry has another tool built in called cast. And if you type cast -- help, you'll see we get a whole bunch of commands to work with cast. One of the commands that we can work with is going to be send, which is to sign and publish a transaction. So what we can do is we can do cast send -- help. We can see the help of send, and we can see the arguments it takes is going to be 2, the signature, and the arguments. So on Remix, for example, if we have our simple storage contract and we deployed it, if we wanted to call our store function and send the transaction, we would just add some numbers in here and then click store like this, right? If we want to call store from the command line, we can do cast send the address we want to do, the signature, which for now just know is the function and the input types it needs. So we could call store with a parenthesis uint256 because we're calling the function store, which takes a uint256 as input parameter, and then the arguments or the values we want to pass to our store function. And we'll go ahead and hit enter. Of course, this fails because we need to add our private key and RPC URL. So we'll hit up, we'll do RPC URL, we'll do $RPC URL, and then we'll do -- private key, and then private key like that. And now you'll see we'll get all of this data about our transaction back. We'll get the block hash, block number, contract address is blank, probably because it's a local chain, logs, we'll learn about logs later, the transaction hash, etc. Now, in order to read this, we're going to use cast call, which is going to read off the blockchain. And if we do cast call -- help, and we scroll up a little bit, we'll see call takes 2, signature and arguments, exact same as send, but the difference is it's like call is like doing one of these blue buttons. It's calling as opposed to sending a transaction. It's just doing a view function, not actually sending a transaction. So we'll do cast call, we'll paste the contract address, we'll call retrieve, retrieve, retrieve. Oh, did I spell retrieve wrong? I don't know, I guess we'll find out. No input parameters here and no arguments. We can just hit enter and we'll see we get the hex value back. This is where I said you're going to be converting stuff from hex back and forth a lot. Then we can do cast -- to base, paste the hex and say decimal. And we can see we get back 1, 2, 3, which is exactly what we've stored on chain. So if we hit up a couple times back to our cast send transaction, our cast send command, and we change 1, 2, 3 to 777, we hit enter, we'll send that transaction. Now, if we hit up 2 or 3 times, we'll call cast call retrieve now, and we should see the new number, which we get back as a hex. And then we'll do cast -- to base, paste it in, deck, and we do indeed see 777 return to us. Awesome. So now we know how to actually interact with our contracts from the command line. And this is going to be the same way we can actually interact with our contracts on an actual testnet or on an actual mainnet.